Hi everyone, Ben here from Sydney Fruit Gardening. Just a quick video today and a tour of my back tropical area. We've had finally some hot weather, some good hot weather in Sydney. Today's another hot day, probably over 30 or so. And we had a bit of rain as well, so it's feeling tropical, it's feeling humid, and the plants are loving it. So I just want to show you what's going on and what's happening with some of the seedlings as well. So I'll flip you around now and we'll take a look. Alright, so this is just panned out. You can see this area is becoming quite foresty at the moment. Quite a lot of greenery in here. I still haven't gotten around to planting some of those plants out the back here, but I'm hoping to do some of that this weekend. Alright, I'm going to start on this side. So the achacha hasn't had its sort of second growth spurt of the season yet. Usually it gets at least 2 growth spurts, but that should be coming along soon. Now we're getting a bit of hotter weather. We're getting a bit of damage up here on these more exposed leaves. But when you look down here, you know, things are all right. No fruit buds or anything, flower buds or anything still, but we live in hope on that one. Right, turmeric. Turmeric has taken off here. I'll need to find a use for this soon. We don't use too much turmeric in the cooking, but yeah, I'm sure it's useful for something, so I'll have a go at that. Sugarcane as well. So we've got 2 varieties of sugarcane here. I've got the purple variety and just a sort of standard green variety. So looking forward to that taking off and chomping down on some sugarcane or drinking some sugarcane juice. Black sapote. Black sapote lost a lot of leaves. It tends to do this. I don't know if other people find this with their black sapotes. This is the Bernica variety, but look, during midsummer it sort of loses a lot of leaves as it flowers and then puts out new growth. Leaves are kind of curled up a little bit as well, even though it's had plenty of water. So anyway, it is putting out fruits. So these are the the flower of the black sapote. Then you got, you know, the flower dies off, that bit actually comes off like that. You can see the little fruit underneath, and then they sort of get bigger. So yeah, lots of little black sapote fruits coming along here. Hopefully we'll get a few more than last season. You do get a bit of fruit drop with this one. Last season I think we got 4. Acerola cherry down here. It has been putting out a few flowers. It did have a nice fruit, but then the fruit just dropped off. So I'm still hoping to get a fruit soon on this one. Alright, blue Java banana is taken off. It's got a few nice little pups coming along as well. I'll need to start controlling these pups, particularly over here with the red Dhaka, because it certainly wants to put out, both of them want to put out a lot of pups. So alright, now this is I might pull out these seedlings in a moment, but Panama berry here is doing alright. It's been pumping out lots of little berries which are just waiting to ripen up. I had my first one probably 2 days ago, and yeah, sweet as cotton candy, with a bit of a caramel taste in it. I really like these. I would like the berries to get a bit bigger than what they are. Well, that's a monster there. Sometimes you get these weird double berries. Although I think something's attacked that one. Yeah, so you get these weird double berries sometimes. I'd like to get more of them. Some over here as well. Sure, I've got yeah, there's another one over here. So a double berry fused together. Yeah, but there's one that's getting ripe up here. Yeah, I really like these. My daughter loves them. Loves the idea that they taste like cotton candy, and for once I kind of think the description holds true, a bit unlike the chocolate pudding fruit, which is nothing like chocolate pudding, except for the colour and the texture. Cotton candy berry kind of does taste a little bit like cotton candy, to my taste buds anyway. So that's the Panama berry. All right, I have to push through here to show you the jackfruit. Jackfruit's doing great. It's starting to put out lots of growth. It's probably a bit over 1 metre tall now, I reckon. Yeah, so really happy with how that one's going. It survives winter, no problems here. You just get a few sort of crinkled leaves or a couple of leaves drop off, but overall it does pretty well. So, all right, I'll show you some of the ones down below here. This is the green sapote seedling again, that I grew from a seed that I got from a fruit in Tropical Fruit World up on the northern coast of New South Wales. So that one is loving it. I've started putting on a sprinkler every morning for about 15 minutes just to give these guys the water and the humidity they need. Miracle Berry has come back. It really got hit hard during winter. I think I'm going to change my approach with this one. I'm going to start bringing it inside because it gets knocked back too far in winter, and by the time it produces the flower buds, it's sort of like February, March, and then we start heading into the cooler season. So I've got to do something about that, and I think I need to sort of help give it a better winter. So I might bring that one inside the coming winter. Guava's doing good. Got a couple of guavas here. This is, I lost the tag one, probably one of the white guavas. I've got a few more plants back there I'll pull out and show you, but here's the strawberry cherry guava planted in ground now. It's doing really well. It's sort of got this watermelon vine which is taking over a bit. Never had much luck with watermelon, but this year the vine has taken over and hopefully we'll get some. Okay, Rollinia. Rollinia is very happy now. It's in its happy mode of pumping out big leaves, luscious growth like that. So I don't think I'll get any more flower buds. And you can see every year it does die back. You can see where it died back to just there and over here. So during winter, this is certainly one that does get affected, but you know, every year that goes by it gets more protected by the banana, by the Panama berry. So hopefully it'll have a better time of it this winter. All right, let's have a look here at the red Dhaka banana. Again, lots of pups down here that have formed. I need to cull some of those. No sign of flower bud just yet. It's still pumping out growth. It's a dwarf red Dhaka, would you believe? But yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping that by just hitting it with heaps of water and fertilizer, I'm hoping that I'll get some bananas out of this one. Look at that trunk there, just my hand for comparison. Yeah, it's a big one. Another red Dhaka over here. It's producing its first pup, so it's doing all right too. I'll just go around here, show you the coffee. Coffee tree has flowered. It's now got little coffee beans that I think are trying to form. This was a seedling. I don't know much more about it than that. I think it's a seedling Arabica, but we'll see. The Quaimuc, whatever, starting to push out some new growth again. I also plan to pull out all these raspberries and just give it some clear dirt and refresh that bed a bit so it can kind of thrive a bit better than what it has been. All right, this is the Kampong white sapote. This is a funny one. It tends to shoot out big growth spurts, but then it does it too quickly and it can't hold up its own weight. So you get this sort of thing. This should be up here, but it just flops down. So it's okay, it adjusts, the leaves turn around, it starts shooting out new growth, and this becomes like a side branch then. So that's okay. We'll watch how that goes. Little potted Garcinia area down here. Xanthochymus, which has struggled in this plot, and it was originally a Russell Sweet, and then the graft died. So Xanthochymus isn't the best Garcinia, so I'm not sure I'll keep that. Luke's grafted. It's put out one set of leaves this year, or maybe two. Yeah. Oh, that's not the grafted, that's the seedling. This is the grafted one. Grafted one is still giving me heaps of trouble. So you can see these leaves are sort of died up top there, but it keeps on wanting to put out. I'll get a struggle here, but you can see, I just zoom in. See, it keeps on trying to put out flower buds. I don't want flower buds. I want a few leaves. So I don't know what to do about that grafted Luke's. I mean, great that it's putting out flower buds, but you know, just hold your horses. You need to grow a bit first. Little Grimmychummer here, potted, it's doing okay. Cedar Baycherry, the Australian Eugenia, this one's doing okay. It's putting out new growth. I moved the Sapodilla here into the sun, and it's happier with this location. So Sapodilla, it's doing all right. Got hit by scale. There's some plants that just seem to attract scale, and the Sapodilla is one of those. Jackfruit, little Espalier jackfruit's doing okay. It's popped out a bit of new growth now. Dwarf Grimmychummer, Eugenia Idaguensis, I think it's called. It's doing good, new growth there. The old growth tends to go a bit sort of pale like that, but it does still grows all right. The Espalier Rollinia is doing great now as well. Lots of that big, luscious growth again. This one attracts a bit of scale as well, but it's doing well. Peach tree's doing okay. Lots of these borer things, which then cause gummosis. So don't know what I'll do about that. I just have to sort of monitor it, I guess, and chop back that bad growth. All right, I'll come back in. I'll pull out some of these seedlings just to show you what's going on. All right, here are some of the tropical seedlings from back there. First up, we have the soursop. Soursop's doing really well this year. I did bring this one in over winter, and I think that has certainly helped it. So I may do that again until it gets too big, at which point I might just put it down the side of the house and put like a little greenhouse tent around it or something. We'll see. Or maybe it will survive when it's bigger. The trunk's pretty big now. It's again, this is a seedling that I grew, so it's more adjusted to our conditions, but I did leave it outside for a couple of winters and it certainly suffered. Star apple, putting out lots of new growth now. It's happy. This is the marcotted star apple. Again, this is one that needs to come inside each winter, I think, although I'm tempted to plant it. We'll see. There's the trunk on that one. It's still growing. Peanut butter fruit. This guy is actually trying to flower, which is really cool. So I got this as a small seedling from an online seller, and yeah, it's great. It's trying to put out some flowers. I think there's some more here. Yep. So this is in a pot. See the trunk down there. It's big but not huge. Call out wants to flower at an early age. Pitangatuba. No flowers. I'm a bit disappointed in this one. I would have hoped it would have flowered by now. No such luck though. This is the Erdon Lee marcotted lychee. Just left that in the small pot while it acclimates to Sydney conditions. There's another tropical guava and another Canistel here as well. So Canistel seems to be fine in Sydney weather. So if you're in Sydney and you're wondering, can I grow Canistel here? I reckon it's a good one, along with the green sapote. I think they're really good ones to have in your collection because they tolerate our winter pretty much just fine. All right, I'll just go up the front here to the other seedling area. because there are some new seedlings I want to show you. All right, so I just picked up these ones recently. So we have 3 here, the red hybrid Jaboticaba at the back. This is a Eugenia Piriformis by Lutescens. I think it's is what it's called. And the Eugenia anthropophaga. So just 3 new seedlings there for the collection. I'm thinking I might do a bit of a Jaboticaba hedge down there. So with the Grimal, the red hybrid, and maybe the Sabara where I've got Momotaro grafted on as well. Alright, figs are growing nicely on these little ones. Still very hard, so hopefully they soften soon. Lucuma. Lucuma's starting to shoot out a lot of new growth up top, which is great. Got attacked by some caterpillars a while back. Abiu's doing alright. Abiu's a magnet for scale. I have to deal with that. You can see there. Alright, I'll go around here. Little mango is doing okay. This is a Bambaroo Kensington Pride selection. Another Abiu is doing alright up here. This one's doing better. It doesn't seem to have been attacked by scale as much. Whew, gosh, it's hot. Fig's doing good. This is a Adriatic white fig. These are starting to come along now. Nice one down there. Coming along very nicely. And over here we got lemon drop, mangosteen, or Garcinia intermedia, I think. Yeah, intermedia. Few achaches from seedlings I found in the garden, in the compost. Rollinius seedlings are doing great. Heaps of backup Rollinius. You can see that new growth on the Garcinia intermedia there. Loquat seedlings doing good. This fig just produces these tiny small figs so far, and then they sort of shrivel up and die. So I don't know if it's just not getting enough water or what the issue is. Again, it's a potted one. Jackfruit seedlings, heaps of these. Even got these interesting ones that are sort of variegated. So don't know what's going on there. All right, I'll take you up front quickly. Mango, Irwin mango is actually doing well now. I've had to stake it a little bit because it is drooping down. Got some mangoes coming. I'm hoping these get to size. Nice ones here. This is a dwarf mango that's pumping out a lot of new growth. And I've just had to keep up the sprays of Mancozeb to keep on top of the anthracnose that wants to form, especially because there's been so much rain. Very drooping habit. The Irwin mango, I've had to, as I said, had to stake that up. Mini macadamia is doing good. Pomegranate's doing great, wonderful. Biringuina is doing nothing. I think I'm going to probably pull this out and put it in a pot. Getting the second round of mulberries now from the red Chatuit, which is awesome. These are delicious. So I can't wait for them to form. Finally getting some new growth and even a couple of flowers on the Navelina orange. Midionberry is doing great in this new location, forming a lot of new growth. This apple's sort of coming back a little bit now. I think it just got too dry. All right, well, I'll leave you on the dwarf macadamia, which is doing great. Okay, everyone, I'm sweating too much now, so I have to go inside. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll do another one soon. That's the finger line. All right, bye everyone.